What's up, everybody? My name is Viola. I'm the host of the streamer system here on TransenDID. On this channel, we talk about various different types of mental health content, DID content, we do LGBT content, spoken word, vlogs, gaming, we do a whole bunch of stuff here. Anyway, excuse me. This is a different sort of video that I'm used to making. Like, I'm used to talking a lot, and I'll move this camera back a little bit, sorry. But, this is something to do with my system, and I've realized a lot of channels doing this recently. I've kind of made I guess you could call it an authoritative decision to no longer bring up my littles. I haven't had any issues or anything, no one's said anything. I might mention their names occasionally, but I'm not going to bring up, like, I'm not going to bring up, like, very much about them anymore. Mainly because it didn't feel right the first time anyway. And the internet is a very kind of strange, kind of scary place. And this is not me saying, like, they're not going to have any freedom or anything. They are going to still have that. But it's more, we're going to try to avoid having them on here. In the past, I've kind of let them come out when needed. You know, I think Pan has been out in a video before. Anna, I'm not sure. I think the last time she was out was maybe at a park or something. But, beyond that, I'm not gonna bring them up anymore. We're not gonna let them front if we can help it. Which, you know, Deppy and Serenity have kind of stepped up and said, you know, we'll take care of this. This is a decision we did not reach lightly. We took this we took an entire week to think about this, to discuss things, and due to, this isn't just like a safety issue, technically, or anything. It's also, it's also a YouTube issue. Now, obviously, me as the host body, I am an adult, you know, it's kind of a thing. However, Anna and Pan are children. They're young children who do young children things. They play with toys. They do stuff kids do. And in YouTube's eyes, because our channel is growing, as I get more, you know, views and subscribers and all this stuff, YouTube is going to start taking notice. And that being said, sorry, my face is a little itchy. That being said, it's safer for not only the channel, but for them to not be on video as much as possible. The other videos where they've popped up or were mentioned are still up. I still have the introduction to others about them and everything, so if you want to learn about that, that's fine, but honestly, this was a very hard decision, because they are very smart. They know when someone is not safe, they know when a situation is not good, but they are still kids, and I gotta take care of them as best I can. They're part of my system. You know, they're part of the inner world up here, and I don't like that I have to do this, but it's necessary. Most channels, I think, would not mention them at all. That was a mistake on my part. I didn't think about what I was doing. I was just so excited to share my system. And now I'm looking back on it going, man, that might have been a good decision. One thing that a lot of people bring up with littles is somebody taking advantage of them if they're fronting. And that in and of itself kind of scares me. I don't know. Like, the whole thing is really kind of convoluted and kind of it's kind of out there to assume something like this would happen, but weirder things have happened online. Like, when you really think about it, stuff is crazy on YouTube. And there are a lot of people out there online who would try to hurt them. The one who actually brought this to my attention was actually Debbie. She straight up said, you know, maybe this isn't a good idea for them to be out on video anymore. She basically said, it's my job to keep them safe, and if you'll indulge me, we need to talk about this. And it was a very long conversation, a very long inner dialogue with her and Serenity, and it was a talk. And I did try to argue the fact at first, saying, oh, well, you know, maybe it's not so bad, because I'm always an optimist. Like, that's something that I've always said, is I'm optimistic to a fault. And they said, you're not understanding that this is a safety risk, and I wasn't. Like, I was just saying, like, oh, well, we haven't had any issues so far. You see logic in my thinking. But thinking about it more on my own time, I kind of realized I was being kind of dumb, and it was my own fault. Regardless, that's all I really had to say. I know I kind of went off on a little bit of a weird tangent with this, I guess. Maybe I didn't. I can never tell anymore. But long story short, you know, just skipped ahead to get past whatever I was saying for whatever reason. My littles are not going to be fronting on video anymore. That's all I wanted to say. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you stopping by. Always do. If you like what we do here, like, comment, subscribe, all that good kind of stuff. Really helps us out a lot, especially with this YouTube algorithm. It is a mess. And as always, you're beautiful, you're valued, you're important. That is very, very, very important to me and everyone up here. And I will see you in the next video that I make. So until then, goodbye.